My children soon will be gods. この狩りの始まりだ。
So, y'all wanted to know a death battle that we were excited about, huh? Well,
this is gonna be cool.
Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. I am very excited for this one. This one is one, when they made the announcement of who was going to be in it, I was like, oh, yes, yes!
Have you ever actually gotten to play Asura's Wrath?
No, I have not.
Well, you're probably going to get most of the coolest parts of it spoiled for you. So.
I've seen, here's the thing, I've seen memes with stuff sent in it, and context clues I can put a bit of it together, but for the most part, you know, I'm probably never going to get a chance to play it, sad to say.
It's basically God of War, it's just they kind of cranked up the scale of a lot of things.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
It's kind of if God of War was an anime. That's kind of what it is.
Okay.
Like, I'm not sure who will win because Kratos has survived some ridiculous things, so he's very durable.
Well, he's survived literally the fall of a pantheon. He's survived hell multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, he dies and then crawls back from the dead, basically.
Yes.
I don't think Asura would have a lot of trouble making him have to do that, is what I'm thinking, probably. So I'm thinking just my initial bias is probably I think Asura is strong enough to actually kill Kratos.
Probably so.
My question is, could Kratos kill Asura before he could kill him?
I don't know.
And, like, Kratos has more god fighting experience overall than Asura has because Asura only has one game.
Yeah.
Whereas Kratos has, you know,
multiple.
two pantheons worth of god killing under his belt in terms of experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a crazy battle for sure. Like, just not even seeing this video yet. Like, I know it's gonna be crazy matchup. Like, makes a lot of sense because they're both basically like, you know,
god killers.
Yeah, like similar styles of stories and such.
Nice.
Similar protagonists, and to an extent. Just some of the feats that I know Asura accomplishes in the game are just absolutely over the top compared to some of the stuff Kratos has done, and you know how over the top some of Kratos' stuff he's done has been.
Well, so. For me, I look at one death battle that happened a while ago between Bayonetta and Dante. Now, from the outside looking in, I've played some of the Bayonetta games. I've played all the Devil May Cry games. The Bayonetta games.
I already have a prediction of who would win that fight.
Who's that?
And it's based again pretty much solely on durability, and that would be Dante. I think Dante is a lot harder to kill than Bayonetta. Bayonetta has a lot more like arsenal, I think, with her magic and such.
Yes.
But I don't know that it would be as easy for her to kill Dante as it would be for him to kill her.
Yeah, well...
Because compared to Dante, she's a little mortal, you know?
Yeah, that's true. But
obviously, she's not completely mortal, but like compared to Dante, you know?
Well, Dante's like, half demon.
Yeah.
He's a literal half demon.
He's literally been straight up impaled and walked it off, you know? Like...
Impaled.
Like through the chest.
Yeah, he's been shot, he's been like... stabbed, slashed, everything.
Dropped off of a tower, like...
Yeah, and landed on his feet.
Yeah, I think his durability just way up there compared to anything I've really seen. I mean, I've only played Bayonetta 1, but compared to anything I've seen in Bayonetta 1, so...
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for this death battle. I'm really, really, really excited for this death battle. I cannot wait to see what they have in store for us. So, I figure, why not? Let's just jump on into it, and, let's get to it, shall we?
Yep.
Let's go.
Kratos versus Asura.
The Ghost of Sparta versus the Wrathful Destructor. Because sometimes you just want to punch a god in the face. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Or in the fingertip.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who will win a death battle.
There's like that animation of him just showing up at Kratos' door.
Yeah.
Mortals waged war across it.
If only they could get Chris Judge to do the voice again. It'd be really cool if they got T.C. Carson, the original voice actor for Kratos. We'll see.
Either one would be cool.
A series of cosmic clashes that birthed the universe.
Boom! Now that's what I call a big bang.
From Ceto's death, the oceans would flow. From Uranus' strikes, the stars were spawned, and so
I like how I recognize
Thus,
that exact
the
big
world
boom
itself
effect they
was
used
born.
there from the freaking meme of dude from, I think it was from one of the Adult Swim shows, where he's like,
Oh, yeah, Tim and Eric.
Yeah, I assumed it was probably Tim and Eric.
Starting a whole messy cycle, Uranus was overthrown by his Titan son, Kronos, who was overthrown by his Olympian son, Zeus, who battled his own son, Kratos.
as a classic bastard child of Zeus, Kratos was left among Spartan mortals, far exceeding all among
7'8".
them. He became a fierce warrior, winning many a battle, until finally cornered by ruthless barbarians.
Ares, destroy these guys who are kicking my ass, and my life is yours. A deal was made, and Kratos was joined at the bone with the Blades of Chaos, a set of chain swords, and basically a badass whirlwind of flame and steel.
But Ares had a scheme. While doing work for his god, Kratos accidentally murdered his own family, permanently marked by the ashes of his wife and daughter. He was, forevermore, the ghost of Sparta.
So, he was kinda understandably really pissed off. Time for a new god of war. The gods were crapping their togas in fear as the new god of war took out his rage on all of them. And got some new gear out of it, too.
With Poseidon's trident and Icarus's wings, Kratos dominated both sea and sky.
Yeah, look, just all the weapons. Look at this arsenal. Arms of Sparta, Barbarian Hammer, Blade of Artemis, Blades of Chaos, Blades of Olympus, Eyes of Atlas, Gauntlet of Zeus, Golden Fleece, Head of Euryale, Head of Medusa, Icarus's Wings, Poseidon's Trident, Scourge of Uranus, Spear of Destiny, Sun Shield, Typhon Bane, and more. And yeah. Then, of course, Norse, Shields, Rage. Holy hell. I mean, just what an arsenal. Like, one of the best arsenals in gaming, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, it doesn't make sense to combine both of them just because it doesn't seem like he kept all of his Greek artifacts when he came to
Well, he couldn't.
Norway. So.
Well, the thing about it is, he actually talked to Mimir about it, about using those, and the only ones that he could still use were the Blades of Chaos because of the fact that they're of primordial flame. They're not of, like, Greek magic. They're of something greater. And
so essentially, when he killed the Greek pantheon, all those Greek artifacts just kind of went inert, I'm assuming.
Yes. He said, because Mimir said, how about you recall some of that ancient magics from your homeland? He's like, I have tried, and it does not work. And
I think I missed that one.
yeah, it was in, I think it was in Ragnarok. It was in Ragnarok where he did that.
Maybe I didn't miss it then. Maybe it was just that I haven't gotten that far into Ragnarok still.
It's, yeah. Once again, the little conversations between Kratos, Mimir, and Freya, and all of them in the game are just amazing.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's got really good writing.
He also has a tendency to carry powerful severed heads, like Medusa's.
And the claws of Hades could steal souls, even the
Yeah.
soul of Hades himself. Should have thought that one through, man.
Neither Perseus or Hercules were a match for Kratos.
Oh, yeah.
Nor was Helios,
Hephaestus.
the sun god capable of moving stars and spreading light across the entire underworld.
He fought Atlas, the Titan of Strength, who broke the load-bearing pillar of the universe. So Kratos forced him to hold up the cosmos on his own instead.
And he could do it with just one hand, according to the novelization.
Even his grandpappy Kronos failed to stop him. You know, the guy who overthrew the primordial that punched the universe into existence?
Causing shockwaves that moved over a quadrillion times faster than light.
Freaking ridiculous, man.
a frankly incomprehensible feat.
Then there's Daddy Zeus.
Who proved a serious challenge until Kratos drew perhaps his ultimate weapon, the Blade of Olympus.
It can make tornadoes, lightning, force fields. Oh, and it can stab the hell out of you. It siphons godly energy and can pull enough to even kill Zeus. Like father, like son.
Even while Kratos ultimately released hope across the Greek world, he could only do so after annihilating everything.
Like a badass, he was unstoppable, non-stop killing and sex and even more killing. And yet, he couldn't be any more depressed.
His wife and daughter were still gone. What was he to do?
Didn't know. He wandered aimlessly for years, somehow stumbling into Norse mythology where
I
he
didn't know
met
they had,
Vega,
like, a
his
comic
second
leading up
wife.
to that.
Good
Yeah, I think it was a little in between thing. It just like showed like little frames of what he went through. It didn't go into full detail. I don't think it's been fully explained how he got to the like Norse pantheon.
start, buddy.
Kratos had a new lease on life, but he could not escape his past mistakes.
There's a reason he hid his swords in a dingy basement. Even so, Faye insisted he could do better. So he became a dad to a new boy.
Easily the toughest task he ever undertook, especially
It's up
after
there.
Faye unfortunately died of a mysterious illness.
Damn it, not again! But hey, it wasn't Kratos' fault this time.
Yeah.
And Faye left the tools he'd need to keep the boy safe, including the Leviathan Axe.
Far from the whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan Axe was deliberate and mighty, said to rival Mjolnir itself.
Thor wishes Mjolnir was as cool as this axe. It's imbued with ice magic and a poison even the gods fear. It can be summoned to Kratos' hand from a distance, and it even shatters souls.
Kratos may have once been a sword of vengeance, but with his new weapons and a new purpose, he stood as a shield against the godly Aesir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now he knew how to control his anger.
Which is even more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
He can even get so pissed off that he straight up heals himself. That seems like the opposite of what should happen.
All anger is problematic, and Kratos wields plenty of new weapons and relics to channel his rage through.
Like the Dropnir Ring, which can summon a bunch of wind spears. They can absorb all types of energy and blast it back. He even has relics and magic that can warp space and slow down time.
Naturally, he contested with the strongest of the Norse gods, including the god of thunder Thor, who was powerful enough to fight the fire giant Surtur and the world serpent Jormungandr at the same time.
Oh, and that fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok. You can't defeat me, Thor. I know, but he can.
I know, I'm
Well,
getting
not
Ragnarok
exactly.
spoilers from
Freyr,
this,
the
but
rain
it's all
god, held
good.
off Ragnarok for a considerable time on his own, and the sheer power of Ragnarok shook Yggdrasil down to its very roots.
That's the World Tree, which is like a literal tree that connects the whole universe.
According
Yeah.
to Freya, the tree's very existence supports all of creation among its boughs. Every strand transcending time, transcending space. Everything comes back to the tree.
So it's kind of like Kratos lives in a really, really, really big treehouse.
In his quest to free the Norse
To an extent, yes. Although Jormungandr is seen as like the barrier of it, and the Nidhogg and its spawn basically like eat the roots of the world tree to keep it from growing out of control. And then according to like Norse mythology.
world, Kratos reclaimed old weapons by reckoning with his past sins, even taking up the Blade of Olympus
Oh, yeah.
once again.
Even better, he actually got to be a decent dad. And now the boy is a man and also a bear.
Kratos made a lifetime of mistakes, but this future would be different. He'd be more than he was in the past. Not just a god of war, but a leader, a father, and a defender. A god of hope.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, I did not get to finish playing through the Valhalla DLC, but I had it all spoiled for me, so I know what happens.
Oh, don't spoil it for me.
I don't plan on
entirely
it.
know.
I don't plan on it, but I will say this.
I've already had some spoilers on things that happen in Ragnarok, but not like the ending or anything. So.
Oh, no. I'm glad they didn't do that. But I will say this: it was everything that I'd experienced in Valhalla. It tied things together more, and it made sure that we saw Kratos' growth as a character to where he was to where he is now. And
yeah, the one thing I'll say about Kratos versus Asura for sure is like where Asura only has the one game, Kratos has really come so much further and grown so much more as a character than Asura has had a chance to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really like who will win, like, you know, angry god of war who became like slightly annoyed dad who became like, you know, really good dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or one angry boy.
One angry boy.
Asura is still the angry boy.
Yes.
Basically.
I think he always will be an angry boy. Anyway.
Depends on if he ever gets a sequel where he gets to be a dad, I guess.
Asura as a dad? That's terrifying.
That's what I would have said about Kratos. I mean...
Well, he already
was a dad,
and
but
look how that turned out.
Yeah,
He
it didn't
killed
turn
his own
out
daughter.
well, you know. It's like him being a dad again, terrifying. Like,
not only did he kill his own daughter, but in one of the like mobile or one of the like handheld games, he actually got to reunite with her.
Yeah.
In the afterlife, and it was actually her. It wasn't a fake or anything like that. And
you know what would be really cool for them to do eventually is remake not only the original trilogy, but those two mobile games and remake them like in the engine of the modern God of War.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be a task, but I think it could be done.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Sponsored by Robinhood Gold.
With Robinhood Gold, you can now enjoy
Invest.
the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions.
The privileges of the very privileged are no longer exclusive. With Robinhood Gold, your annual
You
IRA
say that,
contributions
but
are
that's all
boosted by
bullshit.
3%.
Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and
As
non-retirement account.
the GameSpot stock debacle reminded me of it. It's just like, they're taking advantage of the stock market. They're like playing the field of the stock market, and they're taking advantage of it. Y'all motherfuckers have been doing that your entire lives, and the very moment regular people actually figure out how to like play the stock market to where they can siphon some money out for themselves, then it's too much.
Mm-hmm. They lose their shit.
Oh yeah, because they're the ones who are supposed to make money. We're supposed to just be like mindless consumers.
Accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any network.
The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive your 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at robinhood.com/gold.
Investing involves risk. Rate subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match and must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings
Also,
account
I'm so
interest rate
convinced
claims
them
based
doing
on
that
data
to the
from the
GameStop
FDIC as
stock
of
is the only
November
reason
18th,
GameStop's still in
2024.
business right now.
Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC.
Probably.
Gold
They've
membership
still
is
been
offered
going
by
back
Robinhood
downhill
Gold
again
LLC.
since then.
Yeah.
Long ago, a demigod fell from the heavens, only to rise from the depths of Naraka after 12,000 years.
After 12,000 years, he's free to punch everything dumb enough to get in his way. He was the demigod of wrath, Asura.
Alongside 7 other demigod generals, Asura served as defender of humanity against the impure Goma, dark spirit monsters infesting the world.
And the demigods battled the Goma by wielding a mystic energy formed from human prayer.
Hot spring quick time event. Fucking hell.
Mantra.
By advancing technology with Mantra, the Guardian Generals became essentially hyper-powerful mystic cyborgs. They could each harness Mantra through a different emotional affinity. For August, it was greed. For Yasha, it was melancholy.
I'll give you one chance to guess what Asura's is.
By tapping into his wrath, Asura can take many
Oh, really? I thought it was his desire for cooking.
forms for battle, like the 6-armed Vajra, a state powerful enough to subdue the embodiment of the planet's will and the source of the Goma, Vlitra.
But he wasn't angry enough to put Goma Vlitra down for good. At least not yet. Of course, since he's literally powered by wrath, no enemy of Asura's would be stupid enough to do something that would make him even more mad, right?
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 funny you should say that. God damn it. First off, Asura is not some one-dimensional anger machine. In myth, the Asuras were powerful and aggressive beings, sure, but not inherently evil, just like Asura himself. He's a warrior, but also a husband with a daughter, Mithra.
And Mithra
I forgot
has
he had a
unique
family
power to
already. So,
supercharge
yeah.
mantra energy.
Guess he is a dad
Asura's-
already. To be fair, like I mostly just remember the giant spectacles of the game. I don't really remember the plot because it's been so long since I played it. So I played it like when it came out on PlayStation 3, so I never really got to replay it after that.
Rightful Commander Dayu.
Yeah, good luck with that.
It's one of the many
An idea.
PlayStation 3 games. I'm like, man, y'all are porting all these PS4, PS5 games to PC. What about the PS3 games? I would fucking love to play Killzone Shadowfall with a fucking mouse and keyboard.
Oh man.
That is such an underrated fucking first-person shooter.
If he could weaponize Mithra, literally wiring her up to a super weapon, the Guardian Generals could maybe finally end Goma Vlitra for good.
Well, obviously, Asura wasn't gonna go along with that. So Deus framed Asura for killing the Emperor, murdered his wife, kidnapped Mithra, and then just straight up killed him. What a dick.
But true to his nature, Asura was literally too angry to die. So long as a single part of his body remains and can possess mantra, he can climb back out of Naraka, a sort of limbo underworld between
Oh,
life
I
and
know that
Basically
theme.
exactly the way that Kratos climbed back out of Hades.
Yeah.
death. Thanks to some coaxing from a strange golden spider, he did just that, with an all-new purpose in mind.
Make the gods pay! Oh yeah, they're calling themselves gods now.
Always thought he ruined it for me.
Sorry.
So that song goes like exactly with
Mac
the
on
ending.
the vent.
Yep.
No, I know.
to the water
For me-
park episode.
For me, it's always going to be
I just see
Walter's
Mac like
original theme.
swimming up to the vent going,
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I just every time I hear
whatever you
that
do,
theme,
do not put your butthole on or near the vent, no matter how good you think it might feel.
for me, I always hear like Walter, like the wrestler, his Gunther now, but back when he was Walter and he came out to that theme the first time on NXT UK, oh my god, chills, dude. And he confronted Pete Dunne. Like Pete Dunne just got done with this like awesome match, like hellaciously fiery match, and then all of a sudden, here comes this gigantic 6'4" Austrian dude, just like who slaps so hard it echoes in the rafters, and he just comes out and just stands and he's just like, I am not impressed. And just like, damn. And this theme always gets me.
Make the gods pay! Oh yeah, they're calling themselves gods now. Turns out they're all assholes who started sacrificing thousands of innocent people to try to power up. So Asura got really pissed off.
And through his rage, Asura's power exploded, rising enough to throw giants like ragdolls, shatter whole moons, and destroy a fellow deity, Wyzen.
Who could dwarf the planet and wreck
Yeah,
it with
Wyzen's
just a
probably
finger.
the craziest
Look
fight just
at
'cause of this.
Asura is so powerful, his soul cannot be manipulated by the Goma or the deities. He can propel himself with mantra to fly, harden his fists to break steel, fire explosive energy blasts.
And headbutt you so hard you wish you could die even faster. The dude literally stockpiles anger into a burst of energy that can one-shot even the toughest of foes. And when he goes unlimited mode, he can rapid-fire those super attacks without overheating.
Asura's vengeance quest wasn't all shouting and explosions, though. I mean, it was a lot of that, but he also tried to protect people from the gods, including a girl who very much reminded him of his own daughter.
Yeah, Asura's the kind of guy who wants to be a great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid. Like that one dad that knocks out a ref at a Little League game.
The gods
Oh,
killed
man.
that girl too, along with her whole village, sparking Asura to unleash his berserker aura.
You know how the gods were sacrificing thousands of people to power up? Well, Asura got so freaking angry, he built up enough mantra to match them, even though they've been building up energy for thousands of years. Seriously, guys, you're pissing off the guy who literally gets more powerful the angrier he gets. What did you think was gonna happen?
Yet even in berserker mode, Asura never lost total control.
Berserker Asura adds even more extra arms, and they're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry mantra, he wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
Asura's anger raised to levels so high even
Also, that was another thing I liked about the game is that like the gods literally had like space fleets like above the planet.
Yeah, that's insane.
scorching him into
Very
his
anime.
wrath.
Yeah.
Even though it hurts Asura while he's in it, this form is still perfect for absolutely shit-stomping a snobby demigod's face in. It's okay, though. His brother-in-law punched the edge out of him.
Yasha saw the error of the deity's senseless sacrifices and teamed up with Asura for a coup against Deus.
Awesome! They're bros again! Just in time for Asura to hit his former boss with so much mantra that he burst, then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to 1,000 arms! His mantra form, finally, a power capable of killing Vlitra in a big planet-busting blast!
Deus was defeated and Gaia was saved. Yet, Asura's wrath hadn't been quelled.
Title drop!
It turns out that spider that guided him was actually Chakravartin, the creator of Mantra and the entire universe.
And everyone's suffering was part of his plan to make Asura his heir. Chakra kidnapped Mithra, because of course he did, and tested Asura in the form of a massive golden Buddha statue. Check out the size of it! That thing can literally hold a galaxy in its palm. Naturally, Asura and the statue threw hands.
Enter the Mantra Reactor. Capable of holding 7 trillion souls, Asura instead used it as a vessel for a far greater power.
You see why I'm
His
thinking
own
that
unfiltered
Asura
rage.
might have the pure power to kill Kratos?
Yeah, I see why.
At last, Asura could show the world his real colors.
Everyone from the humans to the 7 deities to Chakravartin saw Asura's anger as a weapon, a sword for tyranny, when that was never who he was. His rage was really a shield to protect humanity, and most of all, his daughter.
A shield larger than a planet! Unbound by his past limits, Asura's ultimate destructor form effortlessly punched through asteroids larger than nebulas, dodged planet-sized lasers moving 2 quadrillion times faster than light, and obliterated whole stars!
Chakravartin was, understandably, impressed, and offered Asura a chance to take his place.
Also, I know
Asura
people hate
smiled.
QuickTime events, but this game probably did the best use of QuickTime events that I've ever played. Like, the QuickTime events in this game always feel so satisfying for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like they did it really well, like made it not bad.
Smiled at the offer and extended his arm.
Right into Chakra's face! As if he was gonna let some god trample over more worlds. Instead, he literally beat the QTEs out of God, obliterating him and his plans in a cosmic explosion.
But with Chakravartin dead, so was the concept of Mantra itself. Those who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking ass, ready to smack a random thug, a meteor, or Ryu, right in the balls.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I heard about that.
Despite the dangers of uncontrolled anger, Asura's wrath gave him the power to save everything, all because of just one thing.
Some bastard made his daughter cry, so they had to pay. Now that's a god I can get behind.
Respect.
This
Respect.
battle is sponsored by Prize Picks, the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of bucks in award winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to everyone.
Gamble.
It's simple. All you have to do is pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot
They're
to win
literally
up to
sponsored by
1,000
2
times your
gambling
cash.
And we modify non-standard
Well,
options
one's
that are
through the
harder
stock
or easier
market,
to
the
win.
other's
Just
through,
look
like,
for the little
sports betting.
goblins.
Yep.
Love those little guys.
The big game is almost here, so don't miss out on the last football game of the
The
season
big
with
game.
Prize Picks. Prize Picks is
Oh,
even
do they have,
giving
like,
away
a-
free pick for the game.
There could
To
be
win,
groups
one
of
the
people who
starting
watch
quarterbacks only needs
death
to throw
battles that
1
literally
yard.
throw money down on them.
What if they don't?
Sorry?
What if
Yeah.
they only threw it half a yard?
Maybe that's why the fan base is so freaking mad. Like, whenever, anytime somebody doesn't win that they want to win or whatever.
True, true.
Be in the big game.
Like, I literally had money on this.
Good point.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Download
They're
the
just
app
catering
today
to
and
their
use
audience.
code DEATH to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup.
Yep, if you download the app and use code DEATH, you'll get $50 after your first $5
Death.
lineup.
Prize Picks. Run your game.
right, so
All right, the combatants are set.
I fucking hate you guys.
I hate this so much. Oh look, it's Kratos from Fortnite. Looks like Master Chief from Fortnite. Just like Rick and Morty from Fortnite.
Just like Darth Vader from Fortnite.
Yeah, just like Wolverine from Fortnite.
And we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a dad battle!
A dad battle? Did you hear what he said?
It's time for a dad battle!
Yep.
Dad battle!
My dad could beat up your dad.
Yeah,
This
meanwhile,
is the ultimate my dad could beat up your dad fight.
yeah, it kind of is. Except you'll have Mithra on one side just being like, Dad, please don't fight anymore. And then Atreus on the other side just being like, kick his ass, Dad! And Mithra's just like, wow.
I feel like this might come down to how mad Kratos makes Asura.
Yeah, I think...
If he just like keeps a cool head like he has in the recent games and kind of like calms him down somehow, like
Could work.
he could win.
It could work. But either way, you still picking Asura?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay.
I think he has a good chance.
All right. I will say this: you're picking Asura. I will pick Kratos, just for
Fair
posterity.
To be fair, I still think either of them could win this. But I think Asura is definitely a character with some chance of beating Kratos.
Okay. Well, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. What's up, Kratos? Oh boy.
This one definitely has an animation budget, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. See why they took their time on it. Oh.
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia. But not for long. You do not want this fight. Run!
Damn. Martin Rage. Oh, splitting the friggin' Pantheon in two. Oh. Well done.
You let your wrath consume you. I have been down that road before. Shut up! Very well.
Damn. Good shot. Nice. Oh, he's been disarmed.
God damn it.
Okay. Oh, that won't do much.
This is not my end!
Oh, shit.
Wow.
I think Kratos might be able to survive this, and if so, I think he wins.
Oh boy.
So they've literally put Kratos on the opposite side of what Asura had to do in his game. Yep.
Oh shit.
Has not heard me yet, Titan.
Oh.
But you deserve a worthy end.
It's gonna catapult himself at him.
Yeah. Oh, Blade of Olympus. In the forehead. Oh.
You are a monster no longer. I never was.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Oh. Reminds him.
That's sad.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Like I said, it could have been either one of them.
Yeah, it could have, and it was Kratos. Kratos is the winner.
Oh, well, I guess Asura's wrath really is gone. But are we sure this is how it'd go? Even though Asura can blow up stars?
Asura had some amazing displays of apocalyptic destruction, but the full scope of their speed, experience, versatility, and power sheds a surprising light.
At first glance, speed seems like a shoo-in for Asura. Kratos is quick, but he never dodged a universe-crossing laser.
That doesn't mean he couldn't. Remember, as usual, we look at these characters at their peak, free from gameplay restrictions.
Yeah, we're looking at everything in canon, and Kratos fought and killed Helios, the sun god.
From the moment he's introduced, Helios is emphasized to be immensely powerful. Without Helios, darkness would shroud everything. His light was fast enough to illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos sailed through it, taking a few hours at most.
So, kinda hard to quantify, but that's consistent with the shockwaves the primordials caused that spawned the universe.
Arguments could be made for which is faster, the primordial shockwaves or Chakravartin's intergalactic lasers. Since it's so close, it's safest to assume their speeds are generally even.
But what does speed
what I
matter
figured.
if you don't know how to use it? Let's cover experience. Asura lived
Kratos.
across centuries, obviously
Well,
a lot longer than Kratos.
And
True.
while Kratos eventually learned to control his rage, Asura pretty much always had that control.
So Asura easily takes experience.
Oh, fair
but
enough.
When it comes to versatility,
I
he
just feel
couldn't
like
match-
Kratos has like fought more fights than Asura total though.
All the weapons and abilities Kratos had.
Sure, Asura is quite skilled and a monster at martial arts, but his fighting style mostly relies on one thing.
A whole lot of punching.
Kratos' weapons, magic, runes, relics, and even his rage gave him far more options in combat, slowing down time, healing injuries, and most importantly, multiple weapons that could drain a variety of energies, like mantra.
Yeah, when Asura loses all his mantra energy, that's it for him. So the Dropnir spears and the Blade of Olympus gave Kratos exactly what he needed. Versatility, and multiple ways to finish this for good before Asura just comes crawling back out of the underworld.
If he could. Asura's resurrections take years or whole centuries, days at best.
But all this assumes Kratos could match Asura's crazy strength. All roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what he can do. If this came down to who made the bigger kaboom, he'd kick Kratos' ass in 2 seconds.
But a closer examination of their feats reveals the truth.
At his peak, Asura overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring the dimensions of Chakravartin's body and scaling it up to match the size of this galaxy-eclipsing statue, we can determine its volume. Add in the density of gold, for good measure assuming the form is solid throughout, and its mass far exceeds not just our galaxy, but our entire observable universe.
Destroying that big golden god would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
Extremely impressive and unfathomable. However, the same idea applies to Ragnarok shaking the roots of Yggdrasil.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held back Ragnarok's power for a significant time.
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power, or even more.
Using an official map and knowing the world tree's branches encompass all of existence, we can measure its size and volume.
And we know this map is accurate because it shows these two realms conjoined, which we see in game.
Even if we assume the Tree of the Realms is only 1% solid, a significant lowball that Kratos should easily scale above, shaking such an incomprehensibly large structure would require enough force to destroy our universe's mass energy 9 million times over.
That's almost 100 times greater than Chakravartin's destruction. And this isn't some one-off outlier. I mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other Titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to think that we never see Kratos do anything that matches Asura, but we do. Helios' speed matches Chakravartin, and Kratos outsped him. Atlas is strong enough to lift all of reality, and Kratos overpowered him. Kronos defeated the creator of the universe in a one-on-one fight, same as Asura, and Kratos killed Kronos. Add in the clear numerical comparison of Chakravartin.
Like, theoretically, like, the things Kratos is doing are basically on the same scale as what Asuras are doing or above. It's just that Asura managed to put that skill on screen in, like, a larger way than it was ever put on screen in God of War.
Yeah.
Yggdrasil, and Kratos takes the edge in power.
But hey, Capcom, if you give us Asura's Wrath 2, we'll try this again.
That'd be
Do
pretty
it.
awesome.
Do it.
As the sun
Freaking
rises, the god of wrath was Kratos.
The winner is Kratos.
But what if?
Oh, really?
Oh, wow. Shit. Wow. Oh, the Elysian Fields. Oh, damn, dude. You plucked on all the heartstrings here, man.
And that concludes my pitch for Asura's Wrath 2. The end. Next time on Death Battle.
Uh-oh. What do we got? Oh, Ghost Rider versus Spawn. Ghost Rider and Spawn.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
All right. Well, what'd you think?
It's pretty dope.
That was a pretty dope death battle. I mean, holy hell.
I don't think I've ever seen them do an alternate ending before either.
Maybe that's something they're going to make a more regular thing, especially if like the numbers are close like they were with this one. Man. That was okay. So I really am just floored by how good that was. That was like the animation was great. The fact that they were able to like convey everything from like all the God of War games and Asura's Wrath, and just once again, Death Battle, y'all outdid yourselves. Y'all did great on this one. So
I think that was just one of the coolest matchups that's been obvious for a very long time as well.
Yeah.
To be honest, like that matchup's been obvious since like before Ragnarok came out, and Asura might have actually won before Ragnarok.
I'd say so.
If they didn't have that, Yggdrasil's roots like comparison to make.
Yeah.
Like then they might have just been like, yeah, Asura wins this.
Definitely. Well, anyway, everybody.
Maybe that's what they were waiting on. Actually, is they were waiting on Ragnarok to be out because they knew it would be coming, just to see,
Yeah, maybe so. Well, everyone, I want to thank y'all very much for tuning in. And if y'all enjoyed what you saw here, just let us know. And if you want to see more, feel free to click right here to go to our TV channel. Feel free to click over there to go to another reaction on our regular reaction channel. And till next time, I am Nate.
I am Nick.
Y'all be good people. Take care. Peace.